the Red Ravens. That's what we have playing over here. Our Red Ravens. Let's make some noise one more time for the Red Ravens. To my left, we have the blue team calling themselves the Tropicana Jawbreakers. Let's see what we have playing over here. Melanie.
Benjamin. Ryan.
Cedric.
All right, make some noise one more time for the Tropicana Jawbreakers. Now, sir, I need you to say your team name 3 times fast. Tropicana Jawbreakers, go ahead.
Tropicana Jawbreakers, Tropicana Jawbreakers, Tropicana Jawbreakers.
Right there, he knows what's up. He's got it. All right, on to round number 1 of Double Dare Live. I'll be asking these teams a trivia question. Now, if they don't know the answer, they can dare the other team for double amount of points. But be careful. They can always double dare you back for 4 times the amount where you have to answer the question or take the physical challenge. Now, our audience members played that first toss-up game you just saw, the count-to-win game, and they won it in favor of the blue team. So that means blue team gets the first 10 points and the first question of the night. Now, audience, speaking of questions, if you know any of the answers, please do not shout them out. Don't even whisper them. We can hear you. This is not TV. We can also see you out there. Don't do it. All right, first question for you, Red Team. Tell me, in the world of sports, what do the letters NBA stand for? Remember, audience, if you know the answer, but keep it to yourself. No whispering out there.
National Basketball Association.
That is correct. Next question for you, blue team. Tell me, what U.S. city is also known as the Windy City? Which U.S. city is known as the Windy City?
Chicago.
Ooh. That is right, it is Chicago. Next question for you is a video question. It's what we call a video flashback. It's a question asked by the original host of Double Dare, Mr. Mark Summers. Now, in the video questions, if they don't know, they cannot dare the other team. They have to make a guess. So, Mark, let's go and see what that question is.
There are 4 suits in a standard deck of playing cards, but which 2 have one-eyed jacks?
One more time for your blue team. Out of the 4 suits of a standard deck of playing cards, which 2 of those suits have one-eyed jacks? We can't get on this one. You gotta come up with an answer here. Which 2 of those 4 have one-eyed jacks? I'm gonna go with blue team.
Hearts and spades. Hearts and spades.
Hearts and spades. Let's see if you're right.
Would you believe hearts and spades?
Well, great try, blue team. Looks like I guess we got it right. So you get points and keep in control. Next question for you guys. We'll take this one right here. Blue team, tell me, what consists of these 3 layers? Enamel, dentin, and pulp. What exactly consists of those 3 layers? Enamel, dentin, and pulp. You guys want to go with the answer, or you want to dare the red team? Alright, over here to the red team, we have dared. What exactly consists of 3 layers known as enamel, dentin, and pulp? Take a guess. You want to double dare the blue team? What do you guys want to go with? What do you go with, guys? Dare, double dare back over here, okay? Last chance for here, physical challenge, to take a guess. Was that?
Physical challenge.
Physical challenge. Now, audience, if you know this one, shout it out. Who knows it? That's right, it's teeth. Teeth have 3 layers, enamel, dentin, and pulp. With that being said, blue team's taking that first physical challenge. First game is called Take Me Out to the Ballpark. It's inspired by America's favorite pastime, not baseball, but actually the ballpark break. If I show hands out there, show hands. Who's a fan of hot dogs? Anybody? Who likes hot dogs out there? Oh, most, all right. As you can see behind me, we have our very own human hot dog, ready to rock and roll. Now, sir, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how excited are you to be on stage right now, wearing this bun in front of all of these audience members? 1 to 10.
Definitely a 10.
All right, he's ready to go. He's ready to rock and roll. Now, next question for you. Do you know all the words that take me out to the ball game? All right, well, we're going to sing along, and the audience, help them out if you need some help here. So here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
I don't care if I ever get back. 1, 2, 3,
Let's hear it for our human hot dog. Great job, sir. Great job. Now, our hot dog here is looking a little plain. That's why we have our kids next to buckets full of condiments. So when I say go, they're going to be tossing tomatoes onions, and pickles. Now it's your job to catch and hold one of each of these. Just need one of each, that's it. If you can do that in 30 seconds, we're going to top you off with the last and final condiment, which is what, audience?
Mustard.
That's right, the mustard. And they're going to get 40 points for their team. Now, if they don't do it within 30 seconds, 40 points control, go on right over here to our Red Ravens. So let's go for the 30 seconds on the clock for me, please. Looks like we're set. Audience, make sure you cheer them on your mark. Get set. Go! Keep cheering them on here. We got tomato. We got some pickles. And let's go ahead and mustard time. Ooh! Left on the clock, so they're getting 40 points and keeping control of the show. And clearly the blue team's really excited for it. Blue team, they get 40 points. They'll wake up eventually. All right, so that's how it means we're at the end of that first round. So we'll do a quick score recap. Red team, we are looking at no points on the board just yet, but blue team, we have 80 points. Red team, do not worry. We're headed to round 2 of our trivia questions. All the point values are going to double. If you get that physical challenge, it'll be worth 80 points. But we have to determine which one of these teams is going to do that first question. So I'm going to ask what I call a toss-up question. Play some bells in front of you guys here. When I ask a question, whichever team brings it first and gives me a right answer, we'll get the first points in the first question round 2. So tell me, roses are red and violets are blue, but how many inches are in a foot? Blue team, what's your answer?
12.
12 is correct. Blue team gets points to keep control of the show. Next question for you guys. Tell me, blue team, what is the most commonly used substance in hourglasses? Blue team, tell me the most commonly used substance in an hourglass is what?
Sand.
Sand is correct. Great job, blue team. It's still late, but it's fine. They're still late. All right, next question for you, blue team. Tell me, in the Ace Ventura movies, what is Ace's occupation? The Ace Ventura movies, what is Ace's occupation? Remember, audience, no whispering out there.
Pet detective.
Pet detective is correct. All right, your next question is going to be what we call a remote control scramble, another one of our video questions. Now, I'm going to give you guys an option between 3 Nickelodeon shows. You pick a show, I show you a clip from that show, and that's the question about the clip. So out of your 3 shows, you have as follows: The Haunted Hathaways, Thundermans, or The Breadwinners. Which of those 3 shows do you want to see a clip from? Haunted Hathaways, Breadwinners, or Thundermans? Breadwinners, Thundermans, or The Haunted Hathaways? This is the easy question. The Thundermans. Let's see a clip from Nickelodeon's Thundermans.
Wait, that's not right. It's spinning the wrong way. It won't stop. Why won't it stop?
And your question is as follows: what happens when the fan spins the wrong way? Does it A, cause an earthquake, B, blows up, or C, sucks the clothes off? What do you think it is? Blue team can't dare on this one of the video question. Yep, you have to guess on this one. Is it earthquake, blows up, or sucks the clothes off? All right, sucks the clothes off. Let's see if you're right. And that is correct. Great job, blue team, getting the points, keeping control of the show. Next question for you, blue team. Arnold Palmer won Athlete of the Decade for what decade? In which decade did Arnold Palmer win Athlete of the Decade for? What was that? Dare over here to the red team. Red team, you want to take a guess on this one or double dare the blue team? What decade did Arnold Palmer win? Was that? What decade did Arnold Palmer win Athlete of the Decade for? Oh, that was that. It seemed like a confident face.
Double that.
All right, Double Dare, back over here. You're gonna take a guess or next physical challenge.
Physical challenge.
All right, audience. If you know this one, shout it out. Take a guess.
1960.
1960s to you, sir. The second row, you had 15 points and a high five later in the show. All right, we're going on to our next physical challenge. An appointment for the Nickelodeon hair salon, because that's where we were at right now. The name of the game is called the Hoop-De-Doo. This is how it's going to work. But as you can see, we have our adults be outfitted in their very own Nickelodeon beehive wigs. Now we got our players here, our kid players, have a bunch of hair hoops. So when I say go, they're going to start tossing them one at a time to get it over those hair hoops. Now if they do all of that within 30 seconds, they're going to get 80 points for their team. But at the end of 30 seconds, just one hoop, just one, is knocked over a wig. 80 points control go over here to our Red Ravens. So let's go and put 30 seconds on the clock. Looks like we're set. Audience, you make sure you cheer them on your mark. Get set, go! You're doing it, taking it while we're at it. You might want to switch over to me. On there. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is over. We are getting back to Double Dare Live. All right, then, plenty of hoops left at 30 seconds, so that means 80 points in control. Oh, here are the Red Ravens! Red Ravens, you're getting the next trivia question. Red Ravens, tell me, according to Mr. Owl, how many licks does it get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? According to Mr. Owl. For audience, we know this one. Go ahead and be quiet here. Some players up on stage. How many? No whispers out there, guys. How many, according to Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to the center of a Tootsie Pop? You want to dare on this one, or you want to take a guess? Where do you guys want to go? One is incorrect, it is 3. 3. Point, or control goes back over to the blue team. The blue team, your next question. It's not going to happen. That means we're at the end of that second round. Final score recap, red team, we are looking at 80 points. Blue team, we have 160 points. That means your blue team is going on to face the world-famous Double Dare obstacle course, but the red team, you guys did great. We're not going to let go, any of them go empty-handed. So everybody in the red team, yeah, each of them, they're going to get their very own Nickelodeon whipped cream pie! Audience, I'm going to need your help. When I count to 3, I need everybody to shout, "Make the pie fly." When you say that, they're going to take those pies, and they're going to smush them right in the face. Let's make it happen, audience. 1, 2, 3. Make the pie fly! In the face!
Birthday. Raise your hand. Let me see ya. Let me see ya. Good. I see a few people. Here's what's gonna happen, everybody. I'm gonna count to 3, and we're all gonna shout, "Happy birthday!" as loud as we can. And there's a lot of people in this audience, you guys. I think we can shout it loud enough that everyone all over the resort can hear us. You think we can do it? Yeah. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I think we did it, you guys. That was really good. I'm really proud of you. All right, it's time to play one more game up here. Now, I am going to be helping some kids in the audience. You guys want to put your hands down, kids, and get your thinking caps on. Put your hands down, yeah, because we're going to ask a trivia question. Now, my only rule, make sure you do not shout the answer out loud if you know it. Just raise your hand and wait for me to call on you. Does that sound good? Yeah. All right, awesome. Who could tell me the name of the city where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live? The name of the city. On the end here, yes, ma'am. New York City, that's absolutely right. Please come join me. Let's give a round of applause for your red team winner. Great. All right, you're going to stand right here. All right, blue team, here comes your question. Who could tell me the name of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles' best friend? She's a teenager right here in the orange, yes.
Peyton, raise your hand. You know it.
You don't know it? I'm going to call someone else, okay? All right, and the red in the back, yes. April O'Neil, that's right. Please come join me up here. Great job, buddy. That was kind of a tricky one. Are you going to stand right here on this side for me, okay? Now, what is your name? Kaylee's, it's so nice to meet you. And what is your name? Glad to have you up here. Now, Kaylee's, I gotta tell you, it has been a really long night. I haven't even had a chance to eat dinner. You're like, wow, how could that girl be doing all that? She's so hungry. Could you do me a favor and just open up that can of peanuts? I'm gonna have a snack before we get started. Now, oh gosh. Did you know that was gonna happen? Say no. Okay. Good. No, yeah, I had no idea that was gonna happen. That was so scary. Did you know that was gonna happen? Right, you were just expecting peanuts like me. Well, now that that's happened, let me tell you a little about these. These are actually called spring snakes. I don't know if you guys knew that. Actually, this game goes all the way back to the first season of Double Dare. So any of my old school Double Dare fans, you guys are probably familiar with this one. Now for this game, I'm gonna need you guys to do the opposite of what just happened. So you saw those snakes pop out of that can, you gotta get them back in there. So you have 6 snakes and 2 cans. How many are gonna go in each can?
3.
Math! 3, that's right. So you're gonna get 3 in each can, get those lids on tight, and then once all of your snakes are put away in your cans, you're gonna ring the bell. Not yet, oh my gosh, back up, I'm gonna trust you. Just stay there until we get started. He's like, I'm ready to go. All right, do you guys have any questions? All right, here we go. On your mark, get set, go! Audience, cheer them on! Those snakes can be very, very tricky, but you did a great job. You did a great job. And you guys have to come up here, so you're both going to get an arcade card that you get to use at the Nick Arcade. Thank you so much. You guys are going to head back to your seats for me. Let's give them a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job. All right, audience, it is almost time for the world famous Double Dare. It is time! It is! It's time for the world famous Double Dare obstacle course. Travis.
What's up?
What are you doing?
Just listening.
Did you tell us about the obstacle course?
Nah.
Okay, well, we're just gonna sit here.
Okay, sounds good. We got Anaconda Gospels, and the first one is the doggy door. Go to the doggy door, dig in the dog food, and find the flag. Find it quick, because you're gonna pass it off over you to our gumdrop. You gotta slide on down the gumdrop and find that flag. Look at those robot moves. Perfect. Pass the flag over here to the popcorn. No time for moving. Dig in those popcorn kernels, find the flag, pass it off to our blue plate special. A lot of pieces of chips and cheese. They're not looking messy enough, Katie. Let's put some extra nacho cheese on top. Look at those facial expressions. Perfect. Find the flag, the messy nachos, and pass that flag off to our bubble bath. Rub it up, Doug. There's a flag in the tub. It lands you bumping his head on everything. So let's run and dig in those bubbles. Find the flag. Pass them off here to Picket. That's right. They have to pick the nose to find the flag. But be careful. I heard someone's got a cold. Find that flag and pass it off to the next obstacle. We're at our balloon drop. One of the adults will slowly and gently pull on that cord, and one or a few of the balloons will fall down. Pop balloon that has a flag in it, because there's a flag in one of them. So you gotta find it. You gotta pass it off with both of our kids we seated center stage underneath Dawes Flip. We're gonna pull on that cord, and the slime will fall. If they can do all of this in under 60 seconds, they will be your new Double Dare Live champions! So let's go ahead and put 60 seconds on the clock. Now, audience, I got an important question to ask you. Are you ready to cheer them on? No? All right, never mind. Wait, what? Oh, you are? Are you ready to cheer them on? All right. Then on your mark, get set, go! Through the doggy door and dig into the dog food. Get them on the flag and find it quick. Time is of the essence. And slide on down. It's right above you, I promise. Gotta pass it off, pass it off, pass it off. There you go. The audience is live. We're sending an applause for you guys. They're not clapping at all. What's going on out there? Wow! She just took a bag of nacho cheese. Alright, now we're going back. We're gonna find the fly in the bubble bag. Find it in there. Pass off to the nose. Pass off to the nose. Take a flag. Or just throw it out. That works. Don't get the point. Pick the nose. Pick it, pick it, pick it. You got 20 seconds left. We have no time, everybody. Put your hand under it. Grab the flag. What? Get the flag. What are you doing? You got 10 seconds to pop the last balloon. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and they got it. With 2 seconds left. Team Nick. Sign those kids. What in the world? Alright. Well, we have rules here, but it's fine. So we got messy kids here, all messy and slimy. I got some questions for you two. Question for you. Have you ever been this messy before?
A little.
Oh, a little bit, alright. Well, looks good on you. And what was your favorite obstacle out of all of them? What's your favorite?
I have no idea.
Alright, well, probably this one because you're nice and messy here. So let's give one more round of applause for your Double Dare champions.
Let's give that round of applause going for your host, Travis.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for showing up. Give a round of applause going for the Moral Post, Katie, and all of our team that helped us out tonight. Let's make some noise for everybody. Hope you had a great night here at Double Dare Live. Just remember, when you guys do go home, to keep watching that first network for kids, Nickelodeon, We Double Dare Ya! So you guys have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at Studio Nick. For your safety, we ask that you please remain off the stage and steps at all times as you gather your personal belongings and exit the theater to the doors of your